You still have time to get today's Delmarva Life Daily Deal. Today's deal, a $10 play all day admission pass from OC Paintball in Ocean City. You want to get that deal? Go to delmarvalife.com. You'll find the daily deal on the right side of our homepage.
Car and bike owners, it's almost time to show us what you got.
And the Spring Breakout Show at Dove Point takes place this weekend. So joining us today to talk about the Car and Bike Show, event coordinator John Angeles. John, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, I'm going to cut straight to the chase.
Okay.
Tell us what the Spring Breakout is all about. What?
Spring Breakout is about people that have antique cars that just want to get them out of the garage and get them running.
Yeah? Now,
me being one of them.
So just antiques or antiques and classics?
Antiques and classics, anything new. Anybody who has a passion for a vehicle. And it could even be a motorcycle for that case.
Okay.
All right.
So,
And this all goes to a good cause. Who benefits from the Spring Breakout?
the money that we raise this Saturday, 100% of it goes to Dove Point for various programs that they have.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about Dove Point, what they do?
The best way for me to describe Dove Point would be people that are striving to make quality life better for adults and children that have disabilities from various reasons, whether they were born with it or received them at a later date in life without wanting it.
Ah, okay. So, and how much goes towards Dove Point?
100%.
All of it?
Oh,
all
good
of it.
cause.
And that's unusual for a
Now
lot of
you're
people.
calling this a Spring Breakout because it's kind of early for the car shows. A lot of people will have their cars
Like
in
I
the...
said, we're anxious to get our engines running and get them out.
All right, well, let's talk about the cars. This is open to new cars, classic cars, antique cars.
What kind of car do you have?
And can I bring my Honda minivan?
Absolutely, that's what I said, whatever car
Really?
you have.
And we have some pictures of some cars here. Tell us about this one.
That one's a red.
We got these pictures from your website,
Yes,
I think.
we brought you a bunch of discs in. That's from various shows. The one right there is actually my wife's car. The
Which
one on the left is a Kaiser, and the one on the right is my 51 Frazier.
Really?
Ah, okay.
Those I can tell you a lot
You know
about.
about those, huh?
That's an old one, an old one.
That is a Packard.
Yeah. What year do you estimate that is?
In the 30s.
In the 30s.
Now, this is back to the first one we saw, right?
Yes. That
Look
is
at-
the original red car that you
That
just
is
saw.
clean inside.
Yeah, they keep these cars immaculate. Oh, it's a Mustang.
That's a Mustang. That happens to be a friend of mine who's in my car club.
64 and a half, 66?
66, I believe.
Did you know I
66.
had a 64 and a half?
No, but you
Never
told me
really-
a story about two cars you had
Let's
that
don't
you
talk
like.
about that.
You
Right
like
now.
to get
Let's talk
back.
about that right now. There's a Mustang. What else is in there? I'm trying to-
Charger? No?
The Mustang, and then you would see a Camaro next to it or a Firebird.
All right. Now let's switch gears a little bit to bikes. You also, it's a bike show as well.
It's a bike show also. We like to get a lot more bikes than we've had in the past. Hopefully these guys that are watching this will get their butts out of their chair and get on a bike and get to Dove Point.
Get on the seat. We're looking at these two bikes. Can you tell us about those two bikes that we just saw?
Yeah, one is the Harley, which is from a friend of mine that is with the Wheels That Heals Car Club. We're AACA, and the other guy who runs the show with me is Wheels That Heals.
Yeah, there it is.
So it's two clubs that join together, and we put our resources and our want and passion for this hobby.
Look at that.
And
Yeah.
we try to make everything exciting.
And there's the
And
Indian.
the other one's an Indian, which was the manager from Duron Paints,
Wow.
who we talked into bringing his bike down and putting it in one of our shows.
Okay, so you got a car show with classics, with antiques. You got motorcycles, and you got a swap meet.
Swap meet.
Explain.
If you have a bunch of old parts that you're itching to get rid of and you want to clean out your garage or whatever, you come in for $10. We give you a parking space. You set up shop. You sell them.
Really?
And if somebody wants to buy them, they buy them.
Wow.
So if I just had Ford parts, just somebody else with a Ford would be interested. What if I just had a Chevy, though?
That's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
If you had a Kaiser or Frazier, I'd probably be
You'd
interested
probably
in some of your parts.
talk, wouldn't we?
All right, let's run down the details of the event one more time so folks can head out.
Okay.
It's this weekend.
Probably going to be next weekend because weather is showing that it's supposed to rain on Saturday, but we're keeping our fingers crossed because sometimes weathermen don't get it right.
This Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
At Dove Point
At
on Mount
Dove
Herman
Point.
Road in Salisbury.
And take note of the rain date,
Take note of the rain date,
Just-
which will be March the 10th.
In case.
just
in case.
Perhaps.
So if everybody can say a prayer for us, we'd really appreciate
That would be a
it.
good thing. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Because you guys don't like to bring your cars out in the rain, do you?
I don't mind it.
You don't?
My 51 Fraser is all original. It's never been redone.
Oh.
But there are
It's the
those.
kind of car where kids get in and play, but there are a lot of them, like my wife who has a 51 Kaiser who says, watch your fingers.
Keep them pretty and shiny and don't touch.
All right.
Well, if you'd like more information on the Spring Breakout Show at Dove Point, all you have to do is go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab.
Now here's a look at what's coming up in the news on First at 5 on Fox 21 and later on WBOC News at 6 and 7.